Well, greetings, fellow zombies who are emotionally screwed up and sleep deprived like me. Another mini chapter of the Diary of the Griever named John Weaver. That'd be me. Coming to you from the lovely armpit of the Antelope Valley called Roseman. Seeing the rain come through in pieces now. We got mostly sunny out there, thank God. Okay, I had tried to post a lot of videos out there, and people have a kind of question concerning about why I haven't labeled anything. Well, I haven't got to it just yet. But my videos post out there in public for people to read, and it'll probably get a lot more hits if I actually have anything labeled on them. So I am going to get to them eventually. But this is what happens when you're dealing with issues happening that life throws at you, not to mention dealing with your own damn demons at this point. The Diary of the Griever named John Weaver was originally started as something concerning about mental health illness and mental health issues because I've been dealing with that ever since losing my mother a long while ago, about 10 years ago. Her anniversary is coming up on February 1st, so yeah, I've been dealing with a hell of a lot of those issues. And then I had to go to therapy for that, and it just took them long enough to realize that, yeah, I really had a screwed up lifetime. I have got a lot of videos made concerning about my life, both positive and negative. A diary of my own. A lot of people are trying to get their different points of views and different diaries out there to explain their own life, why they're going through what they're going through. I've been trying to explain that recently over the past 3 or 4 months. I've been dealing with a constant bug war concerning my cockroaches. Apartment complex keeps sending out the Orkin guy, but we haven't got rid of these damn bastards yet. These guys like to go into the walls, hide like crazy, and bounce from one apartment to another apartment. So right now, my turn is to be invaded and infested, and I have to deal with roach traps, and I got to deal with these guys crawling around during the daytime and nighttime. Daytime, they're hiding out in closed off spaces, but during the nighttime, they're all over the damn place. Yeah, it's a health hazard. This is one of the life's things I have to deal with. Another thing is I'm a college student. I've been going there for almost several years over to Antelope Valley College in Lancaster, California. I've been also dealing with issues concerning my being a student again, in my late age. But, I'm enjoying it and having the time of my life regarding it. I kicked my ass a long time ago because I didn't do college as I should have. I mean, I did it for a couple of years over at Fierce College, Woodland Hills, and screwed it up. Went to work full time, tried to do a half. I tried to do a full semester of another thing, trying to get myself eased back into college, but I couldn't do it because of the work schedule. Conflicted, so I said, screw it. Took a couple of business courses, passed with those, not bad. Helped me out with other business options left and right, but never climbed up the corporate ladder. Didn't care to anyway. I just wanted a steady paycheck. So now, dealing with disability because of mental health and also physical things that happened to me in my lifetime, as explained in the other videos. And sometimes it's not self-explanatory concerning about the titles. I get to them when I get to them. But I appreciate the suggestion that the titles will bring people more closer to it. Well, if they started looking at just one particular video, all I got to do is click on the little icons in there and be able to understand a few things more. I'm still struggling these days. I am. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just watching KTLA. Watching one of my favorite guys on there. When they're talking about business, that's what I needed to hear. Recent transfer from the LA Times, but he's still connected to the LA Times. You gotta love these guys. Concerning about what I've been dealing with. I was hearing from on KTLA a gentleman named Rich DeMero, Tech on TV. He tries to keep on top of the current technology and the consumer electronic consumerism left and right. And I'll tell you something. He was talking about an app that does a diary for you. I'm looking at it very strangely on the screen. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, dude. Come on. You're you're getting past the damn thing. You got voice to text here. You could do emails like crazy. We've been doing that damn thing for years. You can do your own damn diary on here. You get a good word processing program on there, and you can actually do it without all these weird ass apps. We've got that technology for about what, 10, 15 years? Longer than that? God, they're getting ancient. But after doing these videos over here, everything else is becoming ancient, and I'm not up to speed on the current technology or the current fashion these days or anything current. I'm just dealing with what I got and what works. One of the videos I did earlier was concerning about how to be a little bit frugal sometimes, or dealing with limited finances, and I had to go into a history concerning about my own lifestyle and how I was dealing with and living with things left and right. And it just gets to me. It just gets to me that some people actually don't get it, and they're not understanding it. And Mr. David Lazarus is still trying to explain to people how inflation is still affecting our pocketbook. My hat off to Mr. Lazarus at this point over here. I've been a fond, avid reader of his for years. I enjoyed his articles in the LA Times. I still enjoy his articles on KTLA out here. And Mr. Demaros as well. He's doing technology. But I've been utilizing technology, even old-fashioned technology, to current technology. A digital recorder, if you can actually keep it plugged in, or actually keep feeding it batteries left and right, will last you for a long while. And just keep dumping the core into your laptop and also into the lovely drives we keep selling off left and right. Keep you going for a while. Now, if YouTube can actually get the recordings, that's the difference thing altogether. I could have myself a hell of a podcast, but you know what? I'm not about to do the podcast. I'll just do the videos, because that's what I'm doing. I try to explain to people how I'm dealing with it mentally, physically, and otherwise. Because that's what the channel's all about, is to explain things, how I'm going and living through life at this point over here. And maybe there's some elements about it that people can actually identify and deal with it. Mental health is no mean thing. I've been dealing with it ever since I was a young kid. Growing up. Tried to convince the doctors back then, they never even heard about it. I mean, I heard about psychology for the adults, and maybe they're losing it left and right. They had talked about post-traumatic stress disorder in veterans, but they couldn't even identify it with everybody else surviving things. Or how about when you had relatives dying off on you left and right throughout your lifetime? Do they ever contribute to that to survivor's guilt? Hell no. Do they contribute that to post-traumatic stress disorder? No. How about grieving? Nope. No, you got white lab coat syndrome. You got to be a tough kid. I fought like hard with some of the doctors and shrinks during the past few decades on this one. They don't listen until these days. Now they got Psychology Today reports saying, "Oh my God, we actually had this damn thing for years." Gee, whatever give you that idea? How I've been dealing with life is some days I'm working and other days I'm not working. And what I mean by working is if I'm actually functioning, getting out of bed, and taking care of a few things in the house, including a damn bug war. After that, it's sleeping like crazy, trying to deal with mental illness as my brain is still trying to rewire itself, or trying to deal with chemical imbalances left and right going on. And if that's not the problem, getting triggered left and right by memories or by anything else, the five senses are being sent the signals into the squishy brain we call our brain. You know, the mass we've got in here processes everything left and right. And how we're going through the imbalances on this one here, both emotionally, spiritually, and physically. So my letter to all those people over there is pay attention to what's going on around you, because right now you're just losing it. For me at this point, I'm still dealing with mental health, and some people are still trying to discover about it, and Mental health is mental health. It doesn't matter how it comes or what it's labeled. It's still something inside of us. We've got emotional issues, we've got spiritual issues, we've got physical issues, either a combination or a single. I'm discovering that the hard way. Living through life, 57 years old, coming up on that birthday, and I got to be living through that birthday. Wow. But the other thing that's going to be driving me crazy is dealing with anniversaries of my family passed away, friends and family, and I hate those anniversaries like crazy because they're always leaving me in a state of depression, which means I'm probably in a constant state of depression throughout my, well, let's see, throughout my lifetime. Some days I'm okay, and other days I'm not. But this is what happens. This is how human beings try to deal and treat life. Life doesn't give you any cherries at this point over here, much like if I like them or not. I'm dealing and I'm coping. It's the only thing I can deal with it. That's the only thing I can say about this one. And concerning about those guys over at KTLA, I approve of you guys. I like you guys a lot. I keep missing all these people disappearing left and right for various reasons. After you get used to them for several years, they move off. I'm like, well, damn, there goes the family. There goes one guy, and there goes another woman. There goes, like, just stay there and grow old, okay? Just stay there and grow old. Let us get used to you. Make you part of the family. And then after that, you're dead or you're gone. You're history. I'm like, oh, terrific. Thanks a lot, guys. Now what do I do? Who do I watch now? But anyway, since I already put in the plug a couple of times over here. I know I haven't done much about Rich on Tech as much, and I haven't talked about him or even David Lazarus. These two guys I really could get into regarding their information. Lazarus has been doing business columns like crazy for, and consumer columns for LA Times for a long while until I think he left them for KTLA. Good on him. He's a hell of a personality to watch. And then you've got Rich on Tech. Also got a hell of a personality trying to show people what's going on in the technology. And as I said before, and I'll say it again earlier on, he's a little slow on this shit. He's watching for the newer stuff. I'm looking for the ancient stuff that's still working. Try having a laptop working for about 10 to 15 years, still in the same software of Windows 7 that you can't even get an upgrade for. But the damn thing still works. I'm not complaining about it. It's like running an old 60 Chevy or a 70 Dodge Dart station wagon. Or even a Dodge Monaco. The thing still runs and you're still keeping the engine conditioned. Don't gripe and grumble about it. Enjoy it. Nothing wrong with that ancient technology because you're still working left and right. As long as you can't continue to get the parts for the damn thing, that's for sure. Everything has to be new, throw away. No wonder rebuilding things up left and right. Yeah, but this is my griping, grumbling about this morning and about today and about everything else. That's what this thing is probably called the junk file. Things going on that's pissing me off and ticking me off at the same time. Not to mention politics. Politics is still doing that same thing to me. Getting back to nervous and mental and getting back to physical health at this point over here, it's still crappy and still maintaining. Some days I'm actually functioning, and other days I'm not functioning very well. And when I'm actually feeling this energetic of doing at least 2 or 3 or 4 videos, I've got something on my mind that needs to be shared left and right. And afterwards, here comes the depression because the chemicals are getting readjusted, rebalanced again. And then my old mood's like, my God, what am I doing? I'm blathering like an idiot on this damn thing. I must be a manic depressive. I've got to be a manic depressive without anybody diagnosing me at this point over here. Just looking at my own, looking at my own videos, looking at myself doing this damn thing, listening to myself talking about these things. I must be a manic depressive. Except I'm not going out there driving people crazy. I'm driving people crazy just by doing the videos. And the thing is, concerning about doing the videos, journals and stuff like that, it's something to get me out of my damn funk. Including voice apps on here. I love the voice recorders. Get them through the Google Play Store and I can put them on my Android. And then I can test one out, see if it works. Test the other out, see if it works, see if the other works. I could build up a hell of a lot of files on these things, transfer them over to the computer, switch them back over to the drives over here, and just keep my life's journal, my life stories on here. Because I'm telling my life. I'm talking about my life. I'm talking about the things I go through left and right. I'm trying to tell people who and what I am. I mean, it's private that privacy's things that we got going on right now. We don't want people to know about. Let them know about me. If I'm going to be dead, I'm going to be dead, gone, and buried. I'd rather have something left behind. Not like he was so quiet. He was so. Yeah, I know. I'm a so. I'm also a fool and idiot. Let me say that again. I'm a fool and an idiot. You don't like it? I don't care. I'm dealing with life on my own terms, in my own way at this point over here. People don't like it. That's on them, not me. I'm just trying to deal and exist. And that's how it is for people like me, as I imagine, or as I keep running into. We don't tell people what the hell's going on, except to our doctors and therapists and stuff like that, of what we're going on mentally. But telling that to everybody else, we're thinking, oh my God, it's going to come back and bite me in the ass. Here's my ass, bite it. Go ahead. What do you got to do? What do you got to say that's going to be embarrassing living crap out of me? Oh, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, you're this. I already lived most of my life right now in a fear of everything and anything, and probably that would have been knocking my ass off. I'm on my second end of my life, and you know what? On you. I'm dealing things the way I am right now. You don't like it? Have a nice day. Cock that hand. Well, that said, I got a dog that's still staring me down, wants me to take her out for a walk. Or she is going to be doing some business, and I'd rather not clean up that damn business. So, if you don't mind, have a nice day.